Chinese party and state leaders and masses of people in Peking pay last respects with extreme grief to the remains of Comrade Zhou Enlai. Comrade Zhou Enlai, member of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China, member of the Political Bureau of the party's Central Committee, member of the Standing Committee of the Political Bureau of the party's Central Committee, Vice Chairman of the Party Central Committee, Premier of the State Council, and Chairman of the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, died of cancer on January 8, 1976 in Peking at the age of 78. The obituary notice issued by the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China, the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress, and the State Council. From January 9th to 15th, the national flag of China is flown at half-mast in Peking on the Tiananmen Square. And at the gate of Xinhuamen, the Working People's Palace of Culture, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. On January 10th and 11th, Chinese party and state leaders and more than 10,000 representatives of the people in Peking, with love, respect, and extreme grief, called at the Peking hospital to pay last respects to the remains of Comrade Zhou Enlai. Draped with the flag of the Communist Party of China, the body of Comrade Zhou Enlai lies in state amid flowers, surrounded by evergreen. The Chinese party and state leaders stood in silent tribute in front of the remains of Comrade Zhou Enlai and extended sincere sympathy to Comrade Deng Yingchao, member of the party Central Committee, an old comrade-in-arms and widow of Comrade Zhou Enlai. They were Zhu De, Wang Hongwen, Wu Guishen, Ye Jianying, Deng Xiaoping, Wang Dongxing, Wu De, Ni Zhifu. Zhang Chunqiao, Song Qing-ling, Jiang Qing, Yao Wenyuan, Li Xianyan, Chen Xilian, Ji Denghui,华国锋、王震、陈永贵、苏振华、郭沫若、徐祥倩、聂荣臻、陈云、谭增林、李金泉、张丁成、蔡昌、吴兰富、Nga Po Ngawang Jigme, 周坚任、徐德恒、胡学文、李素文、姚连伟、孙健、于秋丽 and Gu Mu, Vice Chairman of the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, Shen Yanbing, and Pebala Galie Namje, and President of the Supreme People's Court, Jiang Hua. Among others present at the Peking Hospital to pay last respects to the remains of Comrade Zhou Enlai were members and alternate members of the Central Committee of the Chinese Communist Party, members of the National People's Congress Standing Committee, members of the Standing Committee of the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference in Peking, and leading members of departments under the Party Central Committee and government departments, the General Departments, Arms and Services of the Chinese People's Liberation Army, the Science and Technology Commission for National Defense, military academies, Peking units and Peking garrison of the PLA, the Peking Municipal Party Committee, and the Peking Municipal Revolutionary Committee. Paying last respects to the remains of Comrade Zhou Enlai were also Tan Jilong, Peng Chung, and other representatives of the Zhejiang Provincial Party Committee and the Zhejiang Provincial Revolutionary Committee, and the Jiangsu Provincial Party Committee and the Jiangsu Provincial Revolutionary Committee, who have come specially to Peking. From morning till night, on January 10th and 11th, groups after groups of grief-stricken people called at the hospital to pay last respects to the remains of their respected and beloved Premier. The comrades expressed their firm determination to turn grief into strength, learn from Comrade Zhou Enlai's proletarian revolutionary spirit and noble revolutionary qualities, and under the leadership of the party's Central Committee, headed by Chairman Mao, unite as one, take class struggle as the key link, adhere to the party's basic line, persevere in continuing the revolution under the dictatorship of the proletariat, uphold proletarian internationalism, grasp revolution, promote production and other work, and preparedness against war, fulfill the party's tasks still better, and strive to win still greater victories in socialist revolution and construction, and for the triumph of the cause of communism. At 4:45 on the afternoon of January 11th, the remains of Comrade Zhou Enlai were solemnly escorted by Comrades Wang Hongwen, Wang Dongxing, and Deng Yingchao, staff members of the funeral committee and friends of the late Premier, to the Ba Baoshan crematory. Eternal glory to Comrade Zhou Enlai, great proletarian revolutionary of the Chinese people, an outstanding communist fighter.